What is going on, everyone? It's DC3 here with another F1 My Career video, guys. So if you have not seen the previous video, I definitely urge you to check it out. That way you don't miss what I'm about to tell you. But listen, guys, a quick recap of the previous video. So we unfortunately had some very not ideal performances at our first couple races, and so we're hoping to break that streak. Right now we had a little sponsor event that I believe we had to attend here, which is great because I mean this is the first time we'll be able to test the Dutch track, which is actually a very new addition to the 2020 calendar. So I mean, for us, it seems like it's going to be a very good track. I mean, we're coming up close to where we want to be. We have about 10 seconds, but we do end up getting that checkpoint there. We're probably going to need to get one more to reach the goal here. It's going to be close, but it's going to be some good sponsorship dollars, which is definitely something that we want to do. Right now, we're still a new team trying to basically find our ground, and I believe we just end up exceeding the goal. It's gonna be close, but I think we got it. Looks like we get that checkpoint there, and that should definitely do it right there. It's not gonna matter, but we do end up getting 1,000 points in Ackland dollar and 150k, which is gonna be great, setting us up for some good action in the future. So right now we're going to be heading to China, doing our little qualifying session. I mean, our car right now obviously is one of the slower cars on the field, but we do end up getting a nice start here. And China is one of those tracks that I definitely like. I mean, it has that long straightaway, which definitely is not ideal for a small team, because you know it favors more the big teams like Mercedes and like Red Bull. But I mean, personally, I always like a challenge, so I definitely and I definitely think it's one of my favorite tracks. One of the tracks that I actually miss, well, actually two of the tracks I miss, the Malaysian track, because that one is actually, because the last game I played before this one was 2016, and so it was still around. So it looks like we're gonna be starting 8th, guys, and so it definitely always good when you hear Anthony Davidson and Martin Cross is being like Johnson, and I'm just like, yes, that's me, sir, that's me. And so we do end up getting a collision right there on our first lap with Mr. Daniel Ricciardo, and so we end up squeezing by him. We pull a little NASCAR on him, and just able to kind of get by him, and we're already getting followed by a couple other cars there, and so Ricciardo ends up getting the best of us on the other stretch of that track. But going back to the conversation, I definitely miss the Malaysian track. The Turkish track is also another one that I miss, and I'm glad we got to see it as a replacement track for the 2020 season. Would like to see it back in the calendar, maybe now with Bernie no longer being the chairman, and the fact that they just replaced the race last year. They might potentially do it for this year, and I would definitely like to see them come back and hopefully do a nice race there. My favorite corner is obviously turn 8. From that track, and looks like we got Alex Albon, who just gave me some crap right now. He's just like trying to bump into me, and so right now we're not gonna give him the room. We're gonna definitely make it hard for him to overtake us. Like I said, we're gonna go NASCAR style, but unfortunately, Albon does get the right-hander advantage, and so he's gonna go ahead and pull away here. Not really much we can do at this point to stop him. He's got the straight line speed, and so we're gonna brake hard here because we got Sergio Perez right behind us. And with DRS going to be activated, he ends up overtaking us, and so no real way to stop him either. And so we have Carlos Sainz. We're going to brake left and then tuck out right. Definitely going to try to get both drivers here. We're going to have to give up. Unfortunately, not enough space to get Sergio Perez. Sergio Perez ends up tucking in, and so we end up losing that position. And so now Carlos Sainz ends up breaking us here, and so we're going to go wide here. We do end up getting the collision, and that is going to cost us some good positions on track here. And so with us not having the straight line speed, it is definitely going to be very, very tough to recover those spots. And so we already lost a car. Looks like Mr. Nicholas is out of the race, probably had a blown engine or something like that. And so we'll do what we can. Right now we got a lot of fuel. We have fuel on our way, but we should still continue to conserve and try to see if we can get these 3 cars. Unfortunately, we end up going wide. Our tires are pretty much shot here, and so now we have Kimi just right behind us, just trying to make us pay here. And so we finally we're getting pressure from Giovinazzi, and we end up giving the spot to Kimi, and now we're trying to see if we can get it back. But hopefully pit road will save us here, because our tires are just, like I said, they're completely shot up. Like right now, they're just not even turning. So might as well just do what we can and literally get some fresh tires, because we're only losing more time by not taking a stop. And so it looks like we're going to come out really late, but ahead of our teammate Mick, who I guess has been struggling for pace here. And so midway through, we're probably going to pass a couple cars here, and still waiting for our comeback effort. Looks like I think we might have wasted too much time, or I don't know what's going on, but the fact that we haven't been able to get back up into the position where we're literally still 20th. So I'm just going to assume we got screwed over by the pit stops, and so we're going to start. We overtake the first car, and so now we're coming for number 2 here on lap 11, and so we gain a couple. Trying to see if we can get a couple more. Definitely we want to finish the race here. And so now with DRS on our side, this is the pre-ultimate lap, and so trying to see if we can take Lance Stroll. We do end up forcing him to tuck out, and so now we're coming for Pierce Gasly. Ooh, we're gonna go a little wide there, and once again now with DRS on our side, we should be able to pull ahead. We go a little loose, and now we got Roman and the Haas. Remember, we definitely do want to beat the Haas team. They're definitely right now our close rival in terms of team development, and so we do end up bumping into him, and unfortunately we pulled a NASCAR and just forced him out, and so we end up getting the warning from the race stewards. Surprised didn't get the penalty there, but you know what, I'm not going to question it. And so we're going to come out the final corner here, guys, and so we get finally our first finish. No more DNFs for us. Finally, it took a couple races. Definitely not the ideal finish, but at least we are able to make something happen out of that. So, you know, and it's going to be good for our sponsorship dollars and Mr. Votas, you know, getting the race win. So I guess Lewis Hamilton's going to have to watch out, because I guess his streak is on the line here. But anyway, guys, I really do appreciate you guys sticking around to the end to watch everything. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button. Check out my other channel. I'm also on DC3 Johnson. And you can definitely check out if you're interested in NBA 2K gameplay, Madden gameplay, and a baseball as well. Anyway, guys, stay tuned for the next one, guys. And you guys take care and stay safe out there.